1966 not Igbo coup. Kaduna. Nzeogwu was only Igbo in name. Born and raised in Kaduna. IBB speaks. My dear listeners, moving to the full details. Kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. Former military head of state Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, IBB has refuted claims that the 1966 military coup was ethnically motivated. In his newly released book, A Journey in Service, he stated that the coup leader, Kaduna Nzeogwu, was Igbo only by name but was more culturally Hausa. Babangida also condemned Nzeogwu's assassination of Sir Ahmadu Bello and his wife, Hafsatu, calling it a heinous act against widely respected figures. He wrote, "For instance, the head of the plotters, Major Kaduna Nzeogwu, was only Igbo in name. Born and raised in Kaduna, his immigrant parents were from Okpanam in today's Delta State, which in 1966 was in the old Midwestern region. Nzeogwu spoke fluent Hausa and was on Hausa as any. He and his original team probably thought, even if naively, that they could turn things around for the better in the country. That said, it was heinously callous for Nzeogwu to have murdered Sir Ahmadu Bello and his wife, Hafsatu, because not only were they eminently adored by many but also because they were said not to have put up a fight. From that moment, the post was infiltrated by outsiders to its supposed original intentions, and it took on an unmistakably ethnic coloration, compounded by the fact that there were no related coup activities in the eastern region. It should, however, be borne in mind that some senior officers of Igbo extraction were also victims of the January coup. For instance, my erstwhile commander at the Reconnaissance Squadron in Kaduna, Lieutenant Colonel Otto Chinyelu Unegbe, was brutally gunned down by his own brother, Major Chris Anuforo, in the presence of his pregnant wife at his 7-Point Road residence in Apapa, for merely being a threat to the revolution as a disciplined and strict officer who, as the Quartermaster General of the Army, was also in charge of ammunition, weapons, equipment, vehicles and other vital items for the army. The coup plotters feared that he might not cooperate with them. It should also be remembered that some non-Igbo officers like Major Adewale Ademoyega, Captain Ganiyu Adeleke, Lieutenant Bola Oyewole and Olafemi took part in the failed coup. Another officer of Igbo extraction, Major John Obieno, crushed the coup. Those who argue that the original intention of the coup plotters was anything but ethnic refer to the fact that the initial purpose of the plotters was to release Chief Obafemi Awolowo from prison immediately after the coup and make him the executive provisional president of Nigeria. The fact that these Igbo officers would do this to a man not known to be a great lover of the Igbos may have given the coup a different ethnic coloration. But, again, I may be wrong here since this view is speculative. I admit that my position here may be the naive insight of an unsuspecting young officer who viewed events from a distance, My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Moving to the comment section, the first commenter says, well, heaven will still surprises. When you go there, some people you think they are already in hellfire, you'll be surprised to see them in heaven, and some people in the same thing in hellfire. Another commenter says, because of what Kaduna Nzeogwu did not massacre the Igbos in large quantity, which later escalated to a full-blown war in which millions of Igbos were killed. Sadly, today, the Deltans, who Igbos suffered for denying they are not Igbos. And the last commenter says, so the Igbos had been marginalized in all of these past years for free. My dear listeners, now have come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop out the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.